Welcome back to the JSFL. We're here week 7 as we're ready the second half of the season started away with the Thursday night matchup. The New York Businessmen at 3-3 comes to the 3-3 Seattle Natives. It's pouring here in Seattle, but that's not going to stop these two teams from coming to play tonight. Poe and the Natives fight Gurnett and the Businessmen. Should be a good matchup. Natives coming in on 2 losses. Businessmen, the opposite, 2 wins. Both teams ready to have a good fight tonight. We'll see if it's that way. So let's get this thing underway here very shortly. Both teams almost ready to play this one. Coach is getting ready. Let's see if the rain has an effect on the players tonight. We'll see which team can outcome. The Natives definitely probably the higher team to most likely win this matchup, but Businessmen come in with a lot of hope and a lot of hope to be a better team, I guess. They've surprised a lot of people so far. Let's see if they can keep it going. Here's the take in, and they'll kneel it down. Here comes Henry Gurnett and this New York Businessmen offense. Let's look at Gurnett's numbers this season. He's 115 completions and 156 attempts, 1,198 yards, 6 touchdowns, 5 picks, 3 rushing touchdowns. An okay season for Gurnett so far. He probably wants to keep the interceptions a little lower and the touchdowns a little more high. But 3 rushing touchdowns, not that bad for a quarterback. First and 10. Here's a handoff, Eugene Green. He works it up to the 32. And it's second down and 3. Injuries on both sides. New York has none, but for Seattle they got 2. They have out Fred Williams and Bruce Goodman. So for strong safety is Paris Mast. Here's second and 3. And slot corner is Peter Morris. So maybe Eric Ward has a better thing today. Here is Eugene Green. 1-yard pickup. Let's look at this New York offense. New York Businessmen's offense is ranked 10th in the league. Pass rushing offense, they're ranked 8th. Passing offense, they are ranked number 7. So, not the best team offensively, but they're trying to work on it. And they can obviously get better still with half a season left to go. But they gotta start playing if they want to get postseason. 6 more games left. Here's play action. Here, Gurnett's going down. Sacked by Ben Tyrone, the rookie. And the rookie's got a sack on the night. What a way to play in prime time. Rain on, rookie on. That's a good sack for him. As we see his numbers on the season. Ben Tyrone, 6 tackles, 7 assists, 6 tackles for a loss, and 1.5 sacks coming into today's game. So 4th and 12. And the Businessmen are in punt formation. They punt away. And here's the return. She's going to be signaled fair catch to the 38. So here comes out Kermit Poe. He's been a little rougher these last 2 games. 113 completions, 155 attempts, 1,196 yards, 6 touchdowns, 5 picks, 50-plus rushing yards, and 5 rushing touchdowns. So pretty similar to New York Businessmen's Henry Gurnett. but more rushing activity. So these two quarterbacks, pretty similar in the passing game so far this season. I think definitely Poe is the better quarterback by far, but the stats say otherwise. 1st and 10. Here's Poe. Gonna run the football off Colton Yu. And it's gonna go backyard. Blown up in their face. Larry Hidway, the rookie, with the tackle. Good play by him. Brings up 2nd down. Right through Boyce Ainsworth, the center on that play, and gets into the backfield. So, for the absence of Fred Williams, Mark Berry is their slot wide receiver. Here's 2nd and 11. Kermit Poe throwing, incomplete, almost picked off, deflected, and could have been picked. Could have been picked instead of deflected, honestly. But here is Seattle's offense, ranked number This Natives offense is ranked number 9. Wow, I did not expect them to see that far down. Rush offense, they're ranked 4th. Pass offense, they're ranked 10th. I guess that's from the lack of Kermit Poe in these last couple games. They've been kind of shut down sometimes. 3rd and 11 now, though. Poe throwing, caught. Mark Berry, can he get there? I think he got it. And yes, he did. 1st and 10, Natives. Oh, no, that's Dallas Crawford. Dallas Crawford with the catch. Payne Antoine the tackle. Tried deflecting the pass as he was coming in for the blitz. Kermit Poe gets it off. Crawford picks up the 1st. So 1st and 10. Poe throwing downfield, called in Mark Berry, all the way to the 21. And the Natives are 1st and 10, a 31-yard catch by Mark Berry. Don't know how that guy got so wide open, but this is a guy that sits on the bench most of the time, and he's going to get a big play here for Seattle. First and 10. Here's Poe. Throwing. There's a blitz. Gets it off to Romero, and he gets a yard. Let's look at this New York defense. They are ranked number 6 in the league. Rushing defense, they're ranked number 2, so very high behind only Houston. And then passing defense, a little lower. They're 9th. Secondary is something I think they'll target in the draft, and if they get the chance, Brady Blackburn, I think, would be a New York businessman. Depending on how good they do this season, because I think he's an earlier pick off the board. Here's 2nd and 9. Running, Colton Yu to the 19. Pickup of 1, it's 3rd down and 8. So at the end of the trade deadline, there were no trades. Mostly for lack of roster, because teams are still trying to get players. 3rd and 8. Here's Poe throwing. Incomplete. Dropped in the rain. Romero cannot hold on. And that's been a problem a couple times this season, as Romero sometimes can drop a ball on an easy route. Maybe it's age getting to him. Who knows? Fourth and 8 now. The field goal unit comes on. See if they can make it in the rain. A 36-yarder. Kick is up and good. It is 3-0 here in Seattle. So after 2 drives, 1 drive by each team, Seattle has our 3-point lead. New York went 3 and out last time. They're hoping not for the same this time. Because we didn't talk about Seattle's defense, I'll read off the numbers quickly for them before we get to the kickoff. Seattle's defense, they rank number 2 among teams. In the rush defense, they're ranked 4th. Pass defense, they're ranked 3rd. Here's the kick. Seattle gives it to New York. Taken in from the 1-yard line. Here comes Eugene Green. Nice juke move to the 29. William Hexel with the stop. The rookie, 28-yard return for Eugene Green. So here comes out Gurnett after going 3 and out. We'll see if they can put together a better drive here. I know it might be hard in the rain, not at home, but they're going to try to fight tonight. It might seem like all odds are against them, but they do have, there's injuries on this Seattle team. With the limited roster, it's hard if you get injured here. So, New York has some chances to put in some swings. Here's 1st and 10. Gurnett, searching, throwing, caught. Jackson to the 31. Oh, here's the Seattle defense. But yeah, as you can see, they put together pretty good numbers here, being 2nd ranked. And we'll see if they can keep that without Bruce Goodman, one of their best players. He's kind of some glue. But Paris Mast, he is playing that safety tonight. Usually plays slot corner, and he does pretty well against that. But now that's Peter Morris filling in tonight, so Eric Ward might have an upper hand, as I said earlier. Peter Morris, never been a starter, but he has to start the slot. 2nd and 7. Here is Gurnett throwing, and it's caught. Hauled in by Ollie Tomlin. Oh no, that's Austin Myers, my bad. The rookie. Speed out from East. And tomorrow, we have the College Series. It will be the East Eagles, as I just said, where Austin Myers is from, against the South Falcons at South in Atlanta. 1st and 10. Here's Gurnett up top and not hauled in. He was looking for Eric Ward that time. It was Kendall Carls on him. And I've said it a lot this season, how I liked how these corners played. They're still holding a top 3 defense on pass defense, so they're doing something right. And that's just unbelievable. I think this defense has changed so well. Here's 2nd down and 10, and it's sacked! Doug Dunn leads the team in sacks, and he gets another. This team has had trouble putting pressure on the quarterback this season, but the man in the middle, he's had not that much of problems. His 4.5 sack of the season. Here's 3rd and 16. They need a big play out of the pocket. Throwing up top, incomplete. Aired out Sam Johnson a little too much. Had an opening, but that was a hard ball for Gurnett to throw. And he's just not that good of a quarterback to make that throw. I mean, he definitely could on a good day, but just a missed throw there. Maybe the rain affected it. He had Trevor Wet and beat. Sheldon Lee probably would have got there if you placed it right. But incomplete, and it brings up 4th. And here comes the punt from New York. And there it is. It's going to be signaled for a fair catch at the 23. And it's 1st down and 10 for the Natives. So 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. We'll see if the Natives can do any damage. Here's Colton Yu running, middle, makes a juke move to the 29. And 2nd and 4 after that carry. Larry Hidway in on that tackle. And And New York put a lot of new faces in starting defense. Noah Wagner, Corey Palmer, Larry Hidway. Some new faces. And it's Ollie Kaysen. 2nd and 4. Here's a run. And that's got room for Colton Yu. And it's a first down. Oh no! Timothy Morgan is down. We will be back in Seattle in just a moment. Got injured last season, then a suspension. Here he goes down again. And this is terrible. They already have one starting wide receiver out. Oh, wow. Looks like it's his shoulder. We'll have to see. I'll be back in just a moment here in Seattle. We're back in Seattle. He will be back soon. It was just a bruised shoulder. Nothing serious. First and 10. Signal to Romero. Maybe run play, and yes. No. Play action. Poe gonna take off. He jukes for no reason, and that's gonna be a 3-yard gain only, which could have probably turned to a first down. Here's 2nd and 7. Romero going to do the same motion. A little different this time. Play action once again. Poe throwing. And incomplete. Looking for Timothy Morgan, who is back. And 3rd down 7. They're very glad he isn't back. Because on their roster, there's no one really left to fill in. So it'd have to be a fill player. Here's 3rd and 7. They need a big play. Poe throwing. Incomplete. Looking Mark Berry. He can't hold on in the rain. So the rain maybe impacting the Seattle Natives receiving core. Sheldon Romero dropped first down earlier, and now Mark Berry. And they're going to have to punt in his hands. Would have been a pretty big pickup. That's one you hate to see as a wide receiver coach. Hold on to the ball. You always preach to those guys and just drops it there. Here's the punt. Up and away. Hits the end zone. And they'll start at the 20. 2:30 left in this first quarter. 0-3 is your score. Businessmen will take over. They haven't got any points on the board as of yet in their 2 drives. We'll see if the 3rd time's a charm, so to speak. Their defense played so far pretty well. The rain helping out both these teams a little bit on the defensive side. So maybe we're in for a low scoring one, but ain't a lot of time on the clock. Anything can happen. First and 10. Here's a run. Eugene Green. He's hoping to have a big game. Oh, no, that's Evan Flats. I think either last week or a couple weeks ago, he had a... No, that was week 5. He had a big carry in Monday night against the Predators. Second and 3. Here's Gurnett. Throwing. Caught as he makes a jumping catch. Fumble. Hernandez recovers. 10-5. Touchdown. Seattle. Stephen Hernandez with the fumble recovery for the 6. Trey Jackson hauls it and forced fumble by William Hexel. Eugene Green, he just ran to the stands. What the heck is he doing? Trey Jackson, you're going to fumble this one. Good play by William Hexel, the rookie out of North. And Hernandez brings it back.
The previous play is under review.
Booth review. Did he get it out? Oh, that's close. I don't know. Maybe it's clear for the rest, but I don't know on that one. 3rd and 3. It's New York ball. No, he did not. William Hexel does not get the forced fumble. That would have been his first of his career, but wiped off there, and that's going to hurt the rookie. Trying to get that defensive rookie of the year. I mean, there's some pretty good runners. And there's some better runners on this team, to be honest. No offense to him. They've just played great. He hasn't had many opportunities. Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing. Up in the air. Almost intercepted. He let go. Oh. That's a missed opportunity. Twice he let go. The rain again maybe struck there. I don't know who that was, but ooh, that's gotta hurt. I think it was one of the members. I think it was number 25, whoever that is. 4th and 3, New York punts once again. Maybe it's a battle of the punt field position battle. Here's another taken in. So last time they took it in at 23, now 31. Maybe it is becoming a little bit of a field position battle. Here's 1st and 10. Running. You. To the 31. No yards on the pickup. And 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd down and 10. Here's a run. Colton you. Run up the middle to the 34. And it's 3rd down and 7. Third and 7. Big play coming ahead. Here's Poe. Searching, throwing, up top, caught! Sheldon Romero moved the chains. Oh! Chicago's got a man down. It's Eddie Spark, their main pass rusher. This is big. We'll be back in a moment. My bad, it was not Chicago, I meant New York. But it's Eddie Spark, and he is fine. It was just a bruised elbow. So no major injuries yet. Those would have been 2 big ones for both teams. Here's 1st down. Running. Colton Yu up to the 32. 2nd and 3, a 7-yard pickup. And we're done with the 1st quarter. 2 minor injuries, a 3-0 lead for the Natives. And it's about to report here. Natives been able to move the ball a little bit better than New York, but besides that, no really major big difference. Seattle had a forced fumble by William Hexel that went to a touchdown, but was called back because they didn't think Jackson was down. Or they thought Jackson was down.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Here's 2nd and 3. Poe. Searching. Stepping up. Poe, 1st down. And to the 26 they go. Kermit Poe with the legs. First and 10 at the 26. Trying to get into the end zone. Here's Poe. Stepping up, and he'll take the check down to Mark Berry. 4-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6. Second and 6. Here's a run. Colton Yu. Colton Yu with the juke move. That was nasty. To the 16. 1st down, and they're in the red zone. Here's 1st and 10. Motioned by Morgan. Poe throwing it to Morgan. Morgan stiff arm. Morgan to the 11-yard line. And that's a nice solid 5 yards by the natives. Makes it 2nd down and 5. Morgan, his first catch of the night, goes for 5 yards on a screen. Or I think that's what you would call a screen. 10 rush, 10 pass. They've kept it even. Here's 2nd down and 5. Poe searching. He's got to open Romero. He chooses to go Romero to the 10. 1 yard pickup. 3rd down and 4. Can New York hold at their own goal line? Or maybe Seattle scores a touchdown. Maybe even a 1st down to help them get closer to the touchdown. Definitely field goal range. Maybe New York trying to get a turnover here, but most importantly, shut down them. Here's a throw. Poe gonna take off. He gets there. Oh, fumble! Who got it? It's Seattle, and it's a 1st and goal natives. Poe, they saw him taking off. They tried getting there, just not quick enough to catch Poe. And so many people on that body, but the natives do get it back, so it's 1st and goal. So not only do you miss a fumble opportunity, wow, there are 3 businessmen that could have got that first. But also, you don't get it. Not only did you not get it, but you let them get it back, and now they have a 1st and goal. First and goal at the 4-yard line. Poe, Colton Yu, running, touchdown Seattle. Colton Yu, his 2nd touchdown on the season, 1st on the night. As Colton Yu, that's been the one thing lacking for him this season, has been the touchdowns. Pretty good yards, pretty good broken tackles. Pretty good receiving stats as he has. Now he has the same number of rushing touchdowns that he has receiving. PAT is blocked. Natives got to it. Gregors picks it up. No, that's not Gregors. And he's going to go all the way, no question. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Or 2 points. So with the blocked kick and Stephon Lester, the rookie, bringing it back, it's a 7-point game. Still 1 score. What a play by New York special teams. So now Gurnett's going to go back out there, and he has a chance to bring his guys to a tie. They need some kind of momentum. It's been pretty non-existent in this first half so far. So the kick taken in at the 10 to the 20, 30. Breaks tackles, 40. He's got an edge, and Eugene Green! He's got space, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, New York. 89 yards to the house for Eugene Green. What an unexpected play. Special teams for New York is carrying. Our first kick return touchdown of the season. We had a punt return touchdown last week for Nestor Hood. And how about Eugene Green? 2 players that weren't on that team a year ago got touchdowns. Wow. I mean, Nestor Hood's return touchdown was great, but all he had to do was pick up the ball and run. Eugene Green juked out so many people, got an edge, and he was gone. No one was catching that man. And now to tie us up in what has been a wacky second quarter. Kick up, and it's good. That drive, don't even got a summary for it because it was non-existent because Eugene Green got a return touchdown. And that has got to put him on a very hype train here. Maybe he can start breaking out and really carrying this New York's offense because they need it. So Kern Poe comes out after scoring the touchdown. The extra point got blocked and got 2 points. And now a return touchdown, so he goes right back out there, thinking he got a 2-score lead, and now having it tied. Kickoff. We'll see if we can hit back-to-back maybe. No, not going to be happening. As he takes it in the end zone, they'll start at the 25. That was Crawford on that one.
Here we go. Set. And Lobo.
First and 10.
Alert. Ready.
Here's Poe throwing right away, and that was risky. That could have been picked. And second down and 10. Second and 10.
Here we go. Hey, read. Single. Check them. Go.
Here's second down. Poe gonna step up. He's got room. Poe working. To the 43. 4 carries, 32 yards for Poe. And again, he's active on those legs, but watch out. He's dangerous with those feet.
Got it. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 down.
First and 10. Here's Poe throwing. Caught. It's Christian Young, the backup tight end, with the first down.
Set. Ready. 94. Double tight.
First and 10. Here's Poe running to the 40, 30. Sliding at the 26. 5 carries, 50 yards. That's good carry there. First down to the 26 as they're moving the ball once again.
Set. Can't choose on. 2 times. 3 down.
First and 10. Here's running. Colton Yu stopped in his tracks to the 30.
I'm gonna hit you all day, baby. Red. 50. Clear. Here we go. Time right. Go.
Here's second and 14. It's a fumble again by Poe, but it's picked up by the natives once again. Spark forced that one, but Tommy Jensen, the rookie, quick enough to get on it. It's third and 11. They actually do get a positive pickup because Jensen got a few extra yards, but that was a good play by Eddie Spark, who was about to be injured a few plays ago. Or a couple minutes ago. About 20, maybe. But Jensen quickly on that ball. That would have been a disaster waiting to happen, maybe return.
Come on. Set. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Tight end to the right. 4 tight end to the right. Move.
Third and 11.
Ready. Go.
Here is Poe. Throwing. Caught. First and goal. Oh, can't get there, but to the 2-yard line is Timothy Morgan. Would have been his second touchdown on the season. Now it's first and goal. First and goal. Here's Poe. Looking, throwing, slot, slant, caught, touchdown, Seattle. It's Dallas Crawford. And that is his second touchdown on the season. And the Natives pull ahead once again. Here's PAT, up, almost blocked again. And 8 plays, 66 yards, 3 minutes, 15 seconds on that one. So 3:19 left, we'll see if the businessmen have a response. Here is return. Eugene Green after the kick return touchdown. He's going to get a pretty nice return here, actually. 33. Here we go. First and 10. Here's a run. Green. Oh! Put in the backfield. Ice cold blood in his veins on that one for Ronaldo Smith. Former New York businessman playing against his old team. Here's second and 13. Throwing. Poe. I mean, not Poe. Burnett. Caught there. It's actually a really good catch for a running back. Ronaldo Smith run on the tackle, though. So it's 3rd and 12. Here's 3rd and 12. Ooh, blitz put on by Seattle. Thrown incomplete. Could have been picked off by Sheldon Lee. And just to show you how much Seattle's kept Gurnett in check, he has 15 yards passing. 15 yards in 4 drives. That is just amazing by the Seattle defense. Keeping wide receivers on block. Fourth and 12. Punt away. Taking it to 10. Returned all the way to 17. With 2:04 left in the half, can the Natives stretch their lead? Here's 1st and 10. You cutting upfield. And it's a 2-minute warning. 1:59 left to go in this game, or in this first half of play. It's 9-16. All those points for New York coming from special teams unit. Their offense has been shut down. Gwinnett only throwing 15 yards so far in this first half. Here's 2nd and 1. Running Colton Yu. He's doing good so far. 12 rushes, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Eddie Tide, 4 tackles. 1st and 10. Got to be run to the line here, I would think. No, Wagner on the tackle. No, Wagner and Eddie Tide, I guess. 1st and 10, Poe. Poe throwing, caught on the curl to the 41. Timothy Morgan with the catch. He's got 3 catches, 42 yards tonight. Kevin Trolls the tackle.
Let's go now.
1:12 left to go on the clock. 1st and 10. Here's Poe. Drops back. Gonna take off with it. Yes, he is. Poe to the 50. Past the 50. Juking to the 41-yard line. There goes the first timeout. 1 minute left to go in the half. Poe and the natives trying to march it downfield one more time in this first half to get some score.
Let's go. 30 pace. Let's go.
1st and 10. Poe steps up. 40, 30, 20, 15. All the way to the 15-yard line. You got to put a spy on this guy at this point. Putting out Wagner on him. He could probably keep up.
Ready.
1st and 10. Poe throwing, caught. Romero hit and dropped at the 15. No yards in that game. He has 4 catches, 29 yards in this first half. Spawn Lester on a tackle again. He's been in a lot. 5, they say. 2nd and 10. That's 15. 38 seconds left to go. Poe throwing, caught, out route, hit. Timothy Morgan to the 14. And probably here we'll see a timeout. Last timeout, 16 seconds left to go. Do they do a play here, or do they kick a field goal and put them up by 2 scores? They've already had a blocked kick and on an extra point, and almost another one last time. See if they're trying to go for this, trying to really make an increase in their score, and yes, they will. 3rd and 9. If they don't get it out of bounds or a touchdown, it's probably going to be end of half. Here's Poe. Caught at the 6, but it's 4th down. So 4th and 1 with 12 seconds left. Here comes the kicker. Still would be an 8-point game, actually, if they made it. Wait, no, never mind. It's an 8-point game at the moment. Or 7, actually. Here's 23-yarder. And it's up and good. Field goal. It's 9-19. Here in Seattle in the rain. Still going down. Here's the kick, taken in at the 14. Eugene Green turns to 31 with 6 seconds left. Let's see if they try Hail Mary or just kneel it, which I think they'll do the kneel thing. Here's first down. Gurnett looking deep. And the mob, it's incomplete. And that is the end of the first half. So, that's the end of our first half. It's 9-19 here in Seattle. And we'll be back in just a moment as halftime is underway. We're back here in Seattle for half number 2. And the kick away as we start the second half. We'll see if Henry Gurnett and the businessman can come back in this game, or we'll have a Seattle roll game. Here's first and 10. Run up the middle. Here's Colton Yu. First down, a nice carry there. First and 10 for the Natives. And New York, they need to start shutting this guy down. Get a few tackles for a loss here, as he's breaking apart this defense. Or at least starting to. And they think the secondary would be doing a little better than they have been without Fred Williams, but no, they're still showing apart, even with some of those drops. First and 10, play action. Poe, deep, intercepted! Well, that came back to haunt me. Kevin Trolls with the pick. After I said the secondary was doing bad, I think Trolls heard me from the booth up here, and he picks it off. What a play by Kevin Trolls. His third pick on the season, leads the team. I think he was looking for Morgan there, and Trolls makes a play. Here's first and 10. After a first turnover of the game, can New York do something? After having only 15 passing yards in the first half and not that many rush. Here's Eugene Green. He's had 4 carries, 11 yards this game, so that is actually the biggest run. He had 3 carries and 5 yards. So total offense for this team, 20 yards. That's how many yards they've had. 20 in the first half. Unbelievable. Second and 4. Here's play action. Gurnett throwing, almost picked right back. He was looking, I think he was looking Sam Johnson or Eric Wart, but Trevor Wedden in there and he almost picked it. Has a pick 6. I think he had one last week actually. And here's third and 4. Third and 4. Here's Gurnett. Looking to throw in, incomplete. And it is 4th down and 4. Gurnett, terrible passing today. 4 for 11 and 15 yards. No picks, no touchdowns, but terrible completion and not yards. He had a wide open Ollie Tomlin. I don't know what he's thinking there. Just as I said, this New York team was starting to heat up, and they're getting ice cold here against the Natives. And they're actually still in this game of how bad they've played. They're only down by 10. Here's the punt. Gonna be fair catch at the 31. As they've been able to get to the punt quickly. As he's had to fair catch almost everything. Colin Yu, 13 rushes, 59 yards, 1 touchdown, 4.5 yards per carry. Here's 1st and 10. Yu to the 33, 2-yard pickup. Here's 2nd and 8. Running up the middle. He's got it to the 45, and Colin Yu, another good carry there. 1st and 10. Averaging 4.8 yards per game. Per carry. And it's 1st down. I see this defense is getting shredded. The offensive line opening up holes, and Yu just exploiting them. Passing yards, Seattle has 135, and New York 136 less. They have -1. 1st and 10. Poe. Stepping up. Poe. Going to count as a rush. He has 8 carries, 96 yards. He's been tearing it up too. Kurt Poe rushing the ball has more yards than the whole entire Businessman team. Second and 8. Throwing, caught, Morgan. All the way to the 49. 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down and 6. The New York's defense trying to keep it in for the Businessmen as they want to stop here pretty badly. Third and 6. Here is Poe throwing, barely gets the screen. Can he get the 1st down? Yes, he can. Holes opening. Colton Yu. What a play broke down. Yu broke free. Almost sacked. Poe got it out to Colton Yu, and boy, did he have a nice run there. Throwing as he's hit. Nell Wagner couldn't catch him. Here comes a missed tackle, and Nell Wagner couldn't bite him. And he had to get all the way up to the 30-yard line. Now they're in field goal range. I mean, that doesn't change much. Just that New York would need 2 touchdowns instead of touchdown and a field goal. But 1st and 10 at the 30. Poe throwing. Barry. Caught to the 19. Here's a run. Wow. That's not helping. They were about to stop him and make it 2nd and inches, but someone, I don't know which one of them that was, hit him in the back and made him go forward. Trolls out of it. That was Antonio Kills, I believe. That toppled over them and helped Colton Yu. You gotta always fight back. You got to help your team by pushing them backwards. You never want to push forwards if you're out playing defense. Here's first and goal. Flag on the play. Throwing. Poe's just going to go safe option. Holding on the offensive line. It's Ernie Docks, the rookie left guard. First and goal. At the 18 now, so makes things a little more complicated. In New York, they've got real estate now. You just can't let Cole and you tear you up the middle. First and goal now. Here's Poe. Throwing up the middle. He's got a man. Timothy Morgan to the 8-yard line. Second and goal. A little easier now. You got a little more room to breathe. 10-yard pickup. And Morgan, he's got 6 catches, 62 yards tonight. Doing pretty well for himself. Now Wagner to tackle. He's got 3, as the stats sheet would say. Second and goal. 4 receivers and a back. Throwing. Caught. Crawford. Crawford breaks the tackle. Touchdown, Seattle. His second receiving touchdown of the night, 3rd on the season. As the Natives make it an even larger lead. 3 scores now. Assuming they hit the extra point, but who knows. Broken tackle and in for 6. The rain might be adrenaline here for Seattle. Gurnett, he needs to get his mind straight and get his team downfield. Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 9 plays, 69 yards, and 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna say it. That is the best of all time. 69 yards in 4:20 seconds. I will give it to you. They need to win this game now. I'm gonna root for them. That's just funny. Here's the kick. New York will get it back. Into the 20, to the 25. Eugene Green still going. Eugene Green all the way to the 40-yard line. That one more broken tackle from being a second kick return touchdown on the day. And they would have really liked that. So they need to start going now. With 14 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game, they need 2 touchdowns and a field goal to get tied. So this can't be a punt.
Come on, set, 8, read. Get some penetration here. Get some penetration. Check safety. Keep them.
Here's Eugene Green and stuffed. Not a good night for him on the ground, but in special teams, it's been a different story. Hernandez on the tackle at 2nd and 11. He hasn't been able to get those Jets going. And maybe that's the offensive line's fault. Because he's had a great day in the punt return business, but offensive line not creating those holes. Just letting defenders get right to the backfield at 2nd and 11. I don't even know if you can let Eugene Green start to get going. You need to throw the ball. And get it to work. Maybe try something different. Eugene Green running again to the 41. He's got 6 carries, 12 yards, 2 on an average. Third and 9. Need a conversion here. Here's Gurnett. Blitz. Throwing. Caught. He stopped. What are you doing? Green could have just kept going for the first down there. Tried to juke. And it's 4th down. Ronaldo Smith the tackle. And knowing the Madden AI, they're not going to go for this.
Let's get it.
The punt now is away. Gonna go out at the 36. Not a great punt at all. And Seattle Natives will have pretty good field position starting this drive. Cole New, 16 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. He's had a pretty good field day. Sunday's America's Game of the Week. I'll be commentating as well as long as it's those college games. It will be Fishers and Power.
Let's go. 30 pace. Let's go.
First and 10, and a touchdown or any kind of score here could really put New York in a bad place. Here is a catch to the 41. It is Timothy Morgan. 2nd and 5. He's got 7 catches, 67 yards. 2nd and 5. 2:23 left to go in this third quarter.
Ready.
As Pout in this defense really needs to get 3 and out after 3 and out. Poe throwing, and that's not going to happen. Mark Berry, a great reception there, and they're almost in field goal range. Poe, 211 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Mark Berry, he's got 4 catches, 60 yards. He's been pretty good filling in for Fred Williams today. Not the best, as he dropped a really good first down earlier, but gets a little redemption catch there, you could say. 1st and 10. Eddie Tide been all over the field as well, 7 tackles.
Here we go. Set. And elbow. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
1st and 10. Here's play action, almost sacked. Poe throwing at Romero, and that's covered. A great play by the New York Businessman defense. And Romero, 5 catches, 28 yards, and that time going backwards as Stephon Lester was on there, along with, looks to be Larry Hidway, maybe.
On the set.
2nd and 11 at the 46.
Tight end. Tight end.
First down probably mean field goal range. Throwing as that one is caught. Sheldon Romero to the 43 and a 3rd down and 8. Might be a long field goal attempt from here. They're going to try to maybe get a little closer. Payne Antoine on the tackle.
Here we go. 8, read. Watch time. Tight end right.
3rd and 8. Poe. Searching. Poe escaping the pocket. He just slid for no reason. Sometimes he makes the best play, sometimes he makes stupid plays, and it's 4th down. But they're in field goal range now, as we'll probably see a field goal if they're probably going to run this quarter out, though. We'll see if he can make this 57-yarder in the rain. I don't know if it's possible. It's going to be a hard one. Kick up, almost blocked, and that's not even close. 5 seconds left to go in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10 for New York. They get the turnover. Almost blocked again. Whoever that is, I think that's their 4th corner. Who is that? Nick Cams. That's Nick Cams, who's been in there almost every time. So 1st and 10, they got a quarter to come back. A 17-point deficit for New York.
Ready? 15 line.
1st and 10.
Back to you.
Here's Gurnett. Running is Green. Eugene Green a 1st down, and that's his best carry of the night.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
7 carries, 22 yards, 3.1 on an average now. That helps the average. But that's the end of the third quarter. It's 9-26 to end out the third. Natives hoping to go cruise control victory here. as they've had the businessmen under their grasp this whole game. That was actually their best play of the night, I'm pretty sure. Ten minutes left to go in the game. They need that and 7 more on the total. They're going 5 wide. Here's first and 10. Throwing. Caught. As that's Austin Myers. First down. Ronaldo Smith to tackle. First and 10 at the 31. And they have a chance here to score. They were sent in prime field position. Here's Gurnett. Searching. Gurnett going to take off. Henry Gurnett. Showing he has legs too. Getting it to the 20 in their first red zone trip of the day. Comes in the fourth quarter. Gurnett actually had good blocks there, and he got to step up with it. As maybe he's looking to not only lead his team to victory, but maybe pad some of those stats, as it's not been a good game for him. But no interceptions yet, so he can help out with some touchdowns and some more completions. First and 10. Here's jet sweep, Sam Johnson. Oh, maybe if he didn't trip over his own offensive lineman, that one could have been a little different. But it's 2nd and 9. Ronaldo Smith in there. And 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9, Gurnett. Searching, throwing, caught. It's Jackson hauling it in, and it's first and goal to 10. There's still a chance for you New York fans. But it's going to be a long chance. They need to shut down Seattle, which haven't been able to do too well. They got to keep scoring on offense. We'll see if they can even score this drive. But here's first and goal. Let's see if that theory is true. Here's Gurnett. Throwing, caught, no. Incomplete. Looking for Eric Ward. Trevor Whiten with the pressure. Incomplete. Good pass deflections by Whiten. He's been all over the ball. They could have picked off Gurnett so many times today. So many drop balls, and I think that's got to be because of this rain. 2nd and goal at the 10. Gurnett. Throwing. Caught! Yes, it is. Eric Ward holds on this time. He's known for his incredible hands, and he catches it there. 3rd and goal to 2. Big play needs to happen. But time is still running. They need to kind of hurry up here. They're going goal line. Still 3 receivers out, but this is a goal line formation for sure. Running, Green stuffed in the backfield. And are they going to get the 3 points or try to get the 7? You're so close, you kind of have to go for it. You can't be denied like this. I don't like the play call. I did not like how they ran that. I would have went past in a shotgun. With the way the offensive line is run blocked today, no. 4th and goal, though. If they don't get this the game, you can call it over. Gurnett. Throwing. Incomplete. What are you doing? Miscommunication. And here comes out Natives offense. Timothy Morgan had 4 catches, 50 yards in the first half. This half, 3 catches, 17 yards. So with 6:49 left on the clock, really all you got to do for Seattle is drain it. This game's pretty much won for them. Here is Poe getting out of his own end zone, running to the 20, 25, holds on to the ball. He's got 10 carries for over 120 yards. Well, at 120 yards.
2 times. Hey, we got 3 out, 3 down.
Here's 1st and 10. A run. Colton Yu actually stuffed up this time. Wrapped up in the backfield by the rookie Corey Palmer. Finally gets a tackle today. Has been held in check by this offensive line. They drafted him for pressure and hits in with that one, but not tonight. He hasn't been that well. Corey Palmer this season, 13 tackles, 9 assists, 6 tackles for loss, and 1 sack. So he's been okay for pressure. Maybe not the number 3 overall pick, though. Worth. 2nd and 13. Here's play action. Poe. Throwing it. Caught. It's Crawford. 1st down, and the clock keeps going. All the way to the 49 right there. 26 yards for Dallas Crawford. He's got 4 catches, 47 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, almost jumps. Colton Yu running to the other 49. 2-yard pickup. 2nd and 7. Actually, they're going to call 3 yards. Here's 2nd and 7. Colton Yu up the middle to the 41. Defense cannot get a stop here. He has 19 carries, 92 yards, 4.8 yards per attempt. As he's on course to get 100 yards, just needs 8 more. And the way they're running the football, I can see it. Here's a run. With the fullback, Sean Cox, he gets a yard. Pick up 2nd and 9. Antonio kills the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Running. Colton Yu gets it to the 34. He's 98 yards, 2 yards away from 100. Here's 3rd down. Throwing. Poe. Incomplete, and it's 4th. Took them long enough to get a stop, but they did. Fourth and 3. Here's the kick, and no! Incomplete. His 2nd missed kick of the day. But in his defense, they've been far kicks, and it's raining. That one I thought would have been a little closer.
Here we go. 30 base.
First and 10. Gurnett. Looking to throw. Throwing. Is that complete? They're going to say it is. Wow. Nice catch there. And Grenett kind of flowed that one with a pretty good pass. He's been pretty good in the fourth quarter.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. You got nothing. Sit.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Grenett. Still got time. Wow, pass blocking's great. And no, now he's going down. Ernest Coleman in there for the sack. It's 3rd and 19. That was his 4th sack of the season and a timeout for New York. Third and 19. Throwing. Grenett. Launching it. Incomplete. Looking for Sam Johnson. Just didn't have the strength. And it's 4th down and 19. As a Predator fan, because I play on the Predators, I kind of like watching this game, but it's kind of disappointing because I thought New York was really doing good after those 2 wins. When they beat us and then beat Minneapolis, because I thought Minneapolis was a solid team. But they really disappointed me in this game in Seattle. Throwing is Grenett. Incomplete. Wow. Could have placed it a little bit under and that would have been great, but no. Turnover on downs. So 1st down, this one's pretty much over. Would have been great if he put at you under the corner and hit Ward right on the dot. But no, I thought Seattle, they were starting to kind of crack, and I didn't think they were as good a team. But they came out here tonight and showed they still play good football. And they, in the first, I think almost 3 quarters, they had under 50 yards of offense. Maybe under even 30, maybe. But yeah. They've played great. Here is a run with Colton Yu. Getting it to the 34. 1-yard pickup. Oh no, -2. I forgot they're on the other side of the field. 2nd and 12. At the 34 now. Here's 2nd and 12. Run. It's you. For the 25. They're not going to call timeout. That might be our final play of the game. Third and 2.
Let's go. 30 base, let's go. Strongly. 3 down.
And here's the final play. Colton Yu. 1st down. Over 100 yards. He has 111, 23 carries, and a touchdown to end the game. And that is the final here in Seattle on Thursday Night Football. The New York Businessmen 9. All coming from special teams. No points on offense. And Seattle 26. All coming on offense. What a game. Disappointing for New York. Great for Seattle, as they thought they were starting to lose their team, but they came to play tonight. With injuries, too. No injuries, though, tonight, as just Eddie Spark and Timothy Morgan were, bruised a little earlier, but nothing serious. They were back in, 2 plays. But that's it from Seattle. Great game. I'll see you tomorrow for East Eagles at South Falcons. But that is it from the JSFL. See you there on Friday.